Hey there, health lovers. Welcome to The Scoop, where we serve you straight nutrition talk, one scoop at a time. I'm Rachel. I'm a dietitian. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of two busy boys, and I am a big fan of making small, healthy changes that can lead to big results. So grab your coffee, your water bottle, or even your afternoon snack and settle in. We're about to dive into today's scoop. And trust me, these simple tips are going to make healthy living feel a whole lot easier. Let's get started.
Any and all opinions and views shared by hosts and guests on this podcast are the speaker's own and do not represent the views of Live It Up or its affiliates or parent company.
All right, welcome back to The Scoop, serving straight nutrition talk, one scoop at a time. And I'm your host, Rachel. I'm a registered dietitian, and I love to talk about nutrition, so let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about what greens powders are. They are everywhere right now. I mean, you open TikTok and you find it there, and you just go on to any website and they seem to follow you everywhere in the ads. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But are they beneficial? Could you take them? Would you benefit from one? Let's talk about it. Now, full disclosure here, if you haven't already read my bio, I am the chief registered dietitian for Live It Up, okay? Live It Up is a company that focuses on high quality, powdered, whole foods supplements, including a greens powder. This one right here. But listen, I wouldn't have worked with this team unless I fully supported both their cause as well as their products. And honestly, there are quite a few of green powders that I am not a big fan of, but I love this company. They are down to earth. They only want to put their best forward, and they believe, like me, that healthy should be easy and that even small steps toward health can make a big impact. So, I'm all about these micro habits. These are foundations I can get behind. Plus, I'm a huge fan of their products, both as a dietitian and as a customer. So now that that's out of the way, I am of the full belief that we need to get most of our nutrition from whole foods. Lots of plants, enough protein, healthy fats, and whole grains. All right? You will probably hear me say that every single episode because I'm going to be a broken record about it. And I am a big proponent of balance. We can't eat perfectly all the time. Who has time for that? I certainly don't, and I'm a dietitian. But we do our best to lay the groundwork for a healthy future, right? We try to eat well most of the time, to be around for our kids when they grow up, to live our life to the fullest. We want to put in the good so we can get the good out, right? So with that said, let's talk about what exactly is a greens powder. So greens powders are blends of dried, powdered leafy greens, vegetables, plants. They have lots of ingredients. They can be a little bit varied. Some also contain adaptogens. Some contain digestive enzymes. Some contain probiotics. So these are considered supplements, and that is exactly how I want you to view them. They are not to replace your vegetable intake, but rather to supplement it, okay? Think about it as a way to get those micronutrients that you normally wouldn't get in your diet. Because most greens powders do contain things we don't normally get in our diet, things like spirulina, chlorella, and other things that, just kind of pass by the radar without us kind of noticing them. Also, how do you add those things in the diet, right? If it's not in a supplement. Extra nutrients from whole foods is always a bonus when we're thinking about variety. Now, every greens powder has a slightly different blend of plants and ingredients, so each may provide a slightly different benefit and slightly different nutrient composition, all right? Some greens powders add extra synthetic vitamins and minerals, and some may even add ingredients that you just don't need, like artificial sweeteners or fillers or preservatives, and maybe other additives. I mean, there are some that have these ingredients and you just don't need them. So these are things you want to watch out for because when it comes to a supplement that's supposed to bring you health benefits, you don't want other things in there that may actually cause issues. You want the good to be with the good, right? So, why would someone need a greens powder? You know what makes me so sad as a dietitian? The fact that most people aren't eating the recommended amount of vegetables and fruit. It makes my heart hurt. So only 10% of people are getting enough. 10%! Vegetables and plants are nature's multivitamin. They provide us with most of the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals, the phytonutrients, antioxidants, all these things that we need for optimal health. So when we're falling short of our vegetable intake, we're likely falling short of our micronutrient intake as well. I'm looking at you. I know. I know you need to do better, but that's okay because I'm here for you. So we've discussed the impact of not eating enough produce in the past, right? I'm a broken record. Remember that every mechanism and reaction in the body requires vitamins and minerals to function properly. Our immune system relies on them. Our energy relies on them. Our skin, our bones, our hair, our teeth, our organs. You name it, they need vitamins and minerals. So a greens powder, while not a substitute for eating enough plants, can come in handy as a nutrient bridge, as an easy way to boost our intake, even if just a little, right? Especially for those days when we just aren't cutting it when it comes to our diet. And maybe there's too much going on in the house. There's too much work. There's too much stress. There's just too many activities, right? You name it, we can list it as an obstacle to healthy eating. I know you've been through it. Not all greens powders are created equally when it comes to their nutrients. Some, we really don't know how well the nutrients from the plants transferred over into the greens supplement. And this is because they don't list many or any vitamins or minerals on their supplement facts panel. And this is key because if you're taking in a greens powder for its nutrient content, you'll want to know that it actually contains a decent amount of micronutrients, right? It's an important factor. So be sure to check the SFP, Supplement Facts Panel, which you can find on the back of your product. And that's what it looks like, all right? You can tell if the vitamins and minerals have naturally come from the plants, or if the vitamins and minerals are added to the product. Because like I said before, some products do add extra vitamins and minerals from, synthetic, like lab-made vitamins and minerals. It's a little bit more difficult to figure out, but let me give you a quick tip. If next to the vitamin you see the name of the vitamin in parentheses, that means at least some of the vitamin is added. Now, this may not matter to you, but for some people, they may prefer a greens powder that just relies on the natural goodness of the plants it includes. The other thing that you might want to think about when it comes to greens supplements is whether they have organic ingredients or not. Again, this is very personal. For me, personally, this is a big one, especially since we know that pesticides can affect our gut health. They can create more free radicals in the body, and they may have other ill effects, right? So if you're taking a greens powder for its benefits, why also choose one that may have some detriments? Think about all those vegetables and plants dehydrated and ground up to fit into one tiny scoop. What else is coming with that? You want just the good stuff. I look for a greens powder that has all organic vegetables, no fillers, no unnecessary additives, plenty of naturally occurring vitamins and minerals, and a bonus if it has probiotics and digestive enzymes, because those can also be a helpful addition to the diet. And that's why I stand behind Live It Up Super Greens. It's a personal choice, but from the scientific perspective of a dietitian, I am a big fan. All right, we're going to bring it full circle and talk about micro habits. I want you to think about this one a little differently. All right, this is a personal choice. Do you think that a greens powder would be worthwhile in your diet? Do you think it's needed? I want you to sit on it. I want you to do your own research. I want you to decide if adding a daily greens would be a boost to your diet. Would adding a scoop a day be worthwhile? Micro habit for you? That's only for you to decide. At the same time, I want you to think about your produce intake. All right. Are you getting enough? What micro habit can you fit in that would help boost your vegetable intake? Write it down, set it in motion. Your best self awaits. Okay. So let me know what you're thinking of doing. I can't wait to hear.